Welcome to the Carolina Digital Phone Learning Hub podcast, where we explore the essential tools and trends shaping businesses of all sizes. In each episode, we discuss the latest technologies and information designed to help you build and grow your business effectively. From innovative communication solutions and discussions to emerging digital strategies, our experts provide insights that empower you to navigate today's competitive landscape. Join us as we uncover actionable advice and resources to enhance your business operations and drive success.
Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take your stack of information and really try to unearth the most valuable insights. Today, we're plunging into a topic that has, fundamentally reshaped our professional lives: remote work. You've handed us a fantastic set of sources from Carolina Digital Phone, specifically their insights on the biggest remote work challenges and solutions. So we're talking articles that meticulously lay out the entire landscape of working from anywhere. Gives us a really robust foundation for our discussion today. Our mission today isn't just to skim the surface. No, we're going to unpack the reality of remote work. So not just the shiny benefits we all hear about, but also the gritty, often unseen challenges and, maybe most importantly, how to conquer them. Whether you're a seasoned remote pro, maybe considering a hybrid model, or just, curious about this modern way of working, you'll walk away with practical strategies and hopefully a much deeper understanding.
Yeah, and what's particularly compelling about the sources is how they trace the incredibly rapid evolution of the modern business landscape, especially post-pandemic. While that initial, maybe frenetic shift to remote or hybrid work might have stabilized a bit, it's abundantly clear this model isn't just a trend. No, it's a permanent fixture for many organizations and individuals. So our discussion today will try to connect the dots between those daily realities of remote work and the broader implications, things like long-term productivity, well-being, even organizational culture.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. You've got the obvious allure, right? Eliminating commutes, fostering a better work-life balance. The promise is strong. But for those truly looking to master this new frontier, what are the common pitfalls? The ones hiding in plain sight? And how do we not just sidestep them, but actually, leverage our understanding to really thrive?
Well, let's absolutely start with the upside, because there are some undeniable wins, profound wins even, with remote work that the sources highlight. For many people, it's not just a preference, it's really transformative.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most compelling reasons people embrace it is that incredible flexibility. It's not just about choosing your hours, is it? It's the autonomy to tailor work schedules to better suit your personal life. So that could mean more time for family or pursuing a passion project or even just scheduling appointments without all that usual office-bound stress. And this flexibility, it often leads to a much healthier work-life balance, which, let's face it, is something we all seem to be striving for constantly. And who doesn't love ditching that daily commute? I mean, that's not just saving you precious time and hard-earned money, potentially hundreds of hours, thousands of dollars a year. It also has a pretty significant positive environmental impact too, right? Reducing carbon emissions.
Indeed, the sources really underscore the profound impact on individual well-being. There was a recent survey covered over 5,600 working professionals. It revealed a staggering statistic. 96% agree that working remotely, even in a hybrid setup, benefits their mental health.
Wow, 96%.
Yeah. So if we connect this to the bigger picture, it suggests a monumental shift in what employees truly value in their professional lives. Things like genuine well-being, personal autonomy, and the ability to integrate work into a life rather than, building a life around work. And from a strategic business perspective, the ability for companies to expand their talent pool globally. That's a massive, potentially game-changing advantage. It opens doors to top-tier talent regardless of geography, leading to potentially more diverse, more innovative teams.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting, I think, and where the sources give us that vital dose of reality. While those benefits are clear, they're highly appealing, the articles are quick to point out that even this seemingly ideal setup, it comes with its own set of significant challenges, often overlooked ones. It's certainly not all pajama pants and seamless productivity, is it?
No, not at all.
It seems to require a much more intentional, proactive approach than maybe many initially realized.
And this prompts us to ask, what are those foundational challenges that remote workers must address head-on if they truly want to succeed long-term? The articles make it pretty clear that while remote work offers incredible flexibility, it simultaneously introduces new complexities. Complexities that demand a deep understanding to find practical, sustainable solutions. It's not just about replicating the office at home. It's about fundamentally rethinking how we work, manage, and connect with each other.
So for our audience who are likely already familiar with the remote landscape, what are some of the more maybe insidious or perhaps unexpected common challenges? The ones people face day in, day out?
Well, for one, maintaining consistent productivity. That's a huge one. Without that traditional office structure, the subtle social cues, maybe the watchful eyes of colleagues, distractions can easily creep in. They become far more potent at home.
Mm-hmm.
You might find yourself battling a constant stream of digital notifications or the allure of household chores, the dishwasher needing unloading, or, the ever-present demands of family life. But beyond those external factors, there's also the internal struggle. Self-discipline. The sources highlight this by stating that an astonishing 83% of remote workers actually report working extra hours just to meet deadlines.
83%, that's huge.
It really is. It suggests that for many, that flexibility often translates into just a longer workday rather than a more balanced one.
And what's particularly compelling there is that ripple effect of distraction, right? It's not just about lost time, missing a few minutes here and there. The negative impacts go much further into the actual quality of work.
Exactly. Frequent context switching, which happens when you get interrupted, it significantly increases cognitive load. That leads to decreased work quality, increased stress levels, and, a higher risk of errors in critical tasks.
Yeah.
For anyone engaged in knowledge work, where achieving that state of deep concentration, often called deep work, is key. Key to innovation and problem-solving, frequent interruptions can be devastating. They just prevent you from ever reaching that coveted state of flow. And the sources emphasize this isn't just about individual productivity. It really impacts the entire team's output and their innovative capacity.
Okay. Another big one that consistently stands out in the sources is communication and collaboration. How do remote teams truly stay connected? How do they work efficiently without those casual, spontaneous, in-person interactions? The quick chat by the coffee machine, the impromptu whiteboard session, even just overhearing a conversation that gives you critical context.
Those seemingly small interactions are actually vital for informal knowledge transfer and for building trust. And then there's the deeply human element, those pervasive feelings of isolation and detachment. They can really chip away at an individual's morale, their sense of belonging.
So if we broaden our view, these aren't just minor inconveniences you can brush off. They have a significant impact on overall team morale, cohesion, performance.
Absolutely. And the blurring lines between work and personal life, a really common side effect of working from home, because you lack that physical commute to signal the start and end of the workday.
Well, that also leads to significant concerns around overwork and burnout.
Yeah, definitely.
This highlights the crucial need for conscious, deliberate effort in achieving balance. Not just for individual well-being, but for sustained team effectiveness, for fostering a healthy organizational culture. It's about preventing that digital tether from becoming, a digital leash.
Right. Okay, now for the good news. The sources don't just highlight the problems. They offer concrete strategies, actionable solutions. And for an informed audience, hopefully moving beyond just the obvious stuff, let's start with managing those pesky distractions and setting up your workspace for actual success. Yeah, the articles really emphasize the power of establishing clear boundaries, not just with family members or housemates, but also, importantly, with yourself. Creating a dedicated, clutter-free workspace, even if it's just a specific corner of a room. It isn't merely about reducing external noise. It's about establishing a mental boundary. It signals to your brain, okay, this is where work happens.
Like a ritual.
Exactly. And yes, leveraging tools like Slack to manage notifications, strategically turning them off sometimes, or even using website blockers and productivity apps, that becomes a full-on strategy for reclaiming your focus, for taking control of your environment, and critically, your attention.
Absolutely. Creating a dedicated and efficient workspace is paramount for success in a remote setting, and the sources dig into the why behind it. Think of it less as just a physical location, more like establishing a psychological on-ramp and off-ramp for your brain. This specific area signals it's time to focus, engage with tasks, and conversely, when you leave it, it helps you switch off, hopefully. Equipping it with ergonomic gear like a comfortable chair, monitor at eye level, that isn't just about comfort, is it?
No, it actively prevents physical strain and supports sustained productivity over long periods. It combats that physical fatigue that can easily lead to mental exhaustion. And if you don't have a spare room, the sources suggest that even a well-organized corner used consistently can create this powerful mental distinction.
Okay.
And personalizing it, plants, artwork, whatever, can suddenly boost motivation, make it more inviting, foster a sense of ownership.
That makes perfect sense. So if our physical space is critical, what about the tools, the tech we use? Because in a remote setup, technology isn't just helpful, it's absolutely essential. It's the backbone of all interactions, almost like a virtual office infrastructure.
Yeah, this prompts an important question. What exactly are the must-haves for remote teams and individual employees to really succeed beyond just basic internet access? The sources list several critical categories that go beyond just simple functionality. We're talking sophisticated video conferencing platforms like Zoom or Google Meet. Crucial not just for meetings, but for maintaining that vital visual connection, reading nonverbal cues, fostering trust.
Right, seeing faces matters.
It really does. Then there are project management tools like Asana or Trello for seamless organization, task tracking, transparent progress updates so everyone knows who's doing what. And communication platforms like Slack are essential for that real-time interaction, quick information exchange, reducing email overload, fostering a more dynamic flow.
And a flexible communications platform like VoIP keeps popping up in the sources too. For those who might not be familiar, what exactly is VoIP and what makes it so important in this distributed remote world?
All right, so VoIP, that's Voice over Internet Protocol. Basically, it's a phone system that runs entirely over your internet connection. Or similar tools, they greatly streamline communication by offering an all-in-one solution. Phone, video, fax, messaging. The real power for remote teams comes from its internet-native design. Unlike traditional landlines tied to a physical desk, VoIP lets you seamlessly receive and make calls, hold video conferences, send messages from any device with an internet connection. Your laptop at home, your mobile on the go, a soft phone on your tablet.
So it travels with you.
Exactly. This untethering from a physical location is fundamental to remote flexibility. The sources highlight how it becomes a kind of central nervous system for a distributed team's communication. It ensures reliability, integration, and security across all those touchpoints.
Okay, so with all these tools and strategies for focus, for communication,
Yeah.
what does this all mean for actively avoiding that dreaded overwork and burnout we talked about? Especially when, the office is just steps away from your bedroom. It sounds like it takes a really deliberate approach.
Yeah. Minimizing overwork in a remote context truly requires proactive, deliberate strategies. The sources strongly emphasize this. It means setting clear work hours and, crucially, developing the discipline to stick to them as much as you possibly can.
Easier said than done sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. And taking regular breaks throughout the day, not just quick glances at social media, but actually stepping away from the computer. Stretching, maybe a short walk. These are essential for preventing mental fatigue, maintaining focus. They aren't just nice-to-haves, they're crucial for combating decision fatigue, preventing screen eye strain, learning to prioritize tasks effectively, setting realistic expectations for yourself and what you can achieve in a day. Also vital. And the sources emphasize that practicing self-care like regular exercise, healthy eating habits, spending quality time with loved ones, engaging in hobbies, isn't a luxury. It's an essential, non-negotiable component for maintaining overall well-being and long-term productivity, especially when those lines between work and home are so easily blurred.
Yeah, and one of the most significant, maybe understated challenges with remote work, as you mentioned, is that potential for isolation, loneliness. How do we keep teams feeling genuinely connected, like a cohesive unit, when they might be hundreds, even thousands of miles apart, without relying on those water cooler moments?
Maintaining team connection remotely really requires intentional, strategic effort. The sources confirm this. It goes beyond just scheduling mandatory meetings. Strategies include regular video conferencing meetings, yes, but not just for task-based discussions. Also specifically for fostering camaraderie, building relationships. Maybe start with a brief non-work check-in.
Like a virtual coffee break.
Exactly. Or even structured virtual team-building activities, online games, shared learning experiences. These informal interactions are incredibly vital for social bonding, for building psychological safety, creating a supportive, inclusive environment where everyone feels like they belong, like your presence is valued. It's about trying to recreate those casual collisions of an office, but in a digital space.
So it's clearly not just about getting tasks done, checking off the to-do list. It's fundamentally about nurturing that human connection, the thing that makes teams strong, innovative, resilient.
Precisely. The sources highlight that beyond the tools, the culture is paramount. Encouraging open communication, creating a psychologically safe space for sharing thoughts and ideas without judgment. Consistently recognizing team achievements, both big and small, all contributes significantly to building trust, boosting morale, fostering a strong sense of collective purpose. Furthermore, utilizing collaboration tools that allow for that real-time interaction, immediate feedback, that further enhances teamwork, ensuring no one feels out of the loop or disconnected from the shared mission. It's really about building a sense of shared experience, even when you're physically apart.
We've definitely navigated the complexities of remote work today. From the incredible flexibility and mental health benefits it offers, to those often overlooked challenges, distraction, isolation, burnout. We've explored practical, actionable solutions, creating dedicated workspaces, leveraging smart tech like VoIP, embracing intentional communication strategies, and fostering genuine human connection.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here, as the sources collectively show, is that the future of work isn't just about where you work. It's much more about how you adapt to it, how you master its unique demands and opportunities. By proactively identifying and addressing these challenges, you're not merely surviving in this new landscape, you're really setting yourself up to truly thrive, ensuring both your well-being and your professional success are equally prioritized.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Consider this. If the ability to work from anywhere is a kind of superpower, what specific actionable steps will you take this week to truly master its full potential, to ensure your well-being and your productivity are equally prioritized?
Thanks for joining us for this edition of the Carolina Digital Phone Learning Hub podcast. We're eager to hear from you. Whether you have questions about today's topic, suggestions for future discussions, or just want to chat about technology and business, we're here to help. Reach out to us by emailing inquiry@carolinadigitalphone.com, by calling us at 336-544-4000, or by clicking the Get Started link at carolinadigitalphone.com. We look forward to hearing from you.